Morning, I am Emilianotria Reyes, here to present to you our research entitled Adaptability of the Grade 10 Students of Emilianotria Tirona Memorial National Integrated High School to Modular Distance Learning during the COVID-19 pandemic. My co-researchers are Dr. Mary Andy Assong and Ms. Irma Lagda. Context and rationale. One of the most important things in society that has been shaken by the global pandemic caused by the novel coronavirus SARS-CoV-2 is the education sector. The COVID-19 pandemic has affected the lives of all learners in the Philippines since March. This is the first pandemic to have had a profound impact on education not only in the Philippines but across the world by May of 2020. For almost two pandemic months, most countries around the world have temporarily closed educational institutions to contain the spread of the COVID-19 pandemic and reduce infections, by UNESCO 2020. This closure has affected more than 1.2 billion learners worldwide, with more than 28 million learners in the Philippines, by UNESCO 2020. On the other hand, the use of modules was also offered as learning modality. Learning through printed and digital modules emerged as the most preferred distance learning methods of parents who enroll their children in the coming school year. The present situation of the COVID-19 pandemic and its effect on the educational system in the Department of Education prompted the researchers to conduct this study to find out the adaptability of the grade 10 students of ETTM and IHS in modular learning modality. Research questions. This research aims to determine the adaptability of the grade 10 students of the Emilianotria Tirona Memorial National Integrated High School to modular distance learning during COVID-19 pandemic. Specifically, it sought to answer the following research questions. Number 1. What is the adaptability level of the grade 10 ETTM and NIHS under the modular distance learning? Number 2. What is the adaptability level of grade 10 students in terms of A. Cognitive behavioral factor, B. Affective factor? Number 3. Is there a significant relationship between cognitive and affective behavioral factor of the grade 10 ETTM and IHS students? Results and discussion. The adaptability level of the grade 10 ETTM and IHS students under the modular distance learning is 3.86, which means that the adaptability of the MDL students is high. For the adaptability level of the modular students under cognitive behavioral factor, students agreed in the following items. Number 1. In which students agreed that they have number of possible options to assist in the new situation. Number 2. In which students can revise the way they think about the new situation to help them get through it. And number 3. They agreed that they can adjust their thinking expectations to assist them in the new situation if necessary. Number 5. They agreed that in uncertain situations, they can develop new ways of going about things like different way of asking questions or finding information. Number 6. In which students agreed that they can change the way they do so that they can adapt in the new situation. On the other hand, item number 4 resulted differently. Modular students strongly agreed that they were able to seek out new information through helpful people or useful resources to effectively deal with new situations. This means that students ask the help of significant others and use different learning resources to adapt in the present situation. Letter B. Affective factor. ETTM and IHS modular students' affective factor has an average weighted mean of 3.71. They agreed on the following items. Number 7. They were able to reduce negative emotions like fear to help them deal in the negative emotions. Number 8. When uncertainty arises, they were able to minimize the frustration or irritation so they can deal with it best. Number 9. To help them through new situations, they were able to draw positive feelings and emotions like enjoyment and satisfaction. This means that they have a high ability to handle their emotions. Determining the level of relationship between cognitive and affective behavioral factor of the grade 10 ETTM and IHS students, t-test was utilized. The computation revealed that there is a moderate positive relationship between the two variables since the computed R value of 0.879 is greater than the critical value of 0.468 at 0.05 level of significance with degrees of freedom of 17. This means that a higher cognitive behavioral factor results to a higher affective factor. Recommendation. The researchers aim to help the ETTM and IHS planning team in creating more programs that will maintain the high students' cognitive and behavioral factor of the ETTM and IHS students. Here are our references.